Hi, and welcome to Probably Comics. I'm Thomas.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Link.
And what we're going to do this time is we're going to talk to you about some trade paperbacks and hardcover collections that we've been reading. And
What we're going to do this time is we're going to talk to you about some... That's the one. I have to repeat it.
What's going on?
and
Trade
so,
paperbacks.
yeah, basically, comic books. Monthlies are not the only things that we read.
No.
We read old stuff too sometimes,
Because
and new stuff.
Well,
trades
and we
are normally much more economical than buying all the back
we also
issues.
read the monthlies just bound together. that's what.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let you know what we've been reading, what we think is cool, and if you take us seriously enough, you might actually go buy them.
Or in my case, what you should avoid.
Okay.
So well, let's go ahead and get that rotten egg out of the way then, shall we?
All right.
Tyler.
I picked up Fantastic Four Season 1, and Season 1 is basically a modern retelling of a certain superhero group or superhero, their origin story. And Fantastic Four Season 1 is just not necessary. Like, what happened to the Fantastic Four? You guys know, right?
Cosmic rays.
Cosmic rays.
Cosmic rays.
And that's it. And that's all you need to know. And it basically is the first 8 issues of the original Stan Lee and Jack Kirby run, redone with
iPhones,
references to the internet, Twitter, and it's just it's not good. The art wasn't good.
The Thing has
the preview I thought
eyebrows.
actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't though. It was not good. I mean, you do get to see like Mole Man, like the fights they do were lame, but that's how they went down originally, so you can't really complain too much about that. But it just wasn't good, and they were really harping on how Sue Storm was the most powerful member of the Fantastic Four. Did you know that she is? And like, yes, she is.
And she's also the most boring and...
Yeah.
And definitely the hottest.
Well, yeah. Well, wait. It depends on by what definition you mean hot. I would probably say Human Torch. is
I see what you did there.
Okay, so yeah, I would as much, and you guys know I love Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Is my favorite.
Did you have one that you liked though?
I'm actually reading 2 that one I'm done with, and I really liked it. One I'm just starting, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm currently working. I've never read Ultimate Fantastic Four, and I'm currently going through. I picked up the first couple of trade paperbacks for that. Volume 1, the Ultimate origin of the Fantastic Four is so much cooler than anything else. Like, I've never seen an origin story I thought was that cool. Like, it's just like it's my favorite origin
It's like
story.
he discovers the negative zone, right?
Sort of. He's like, in order to do teleport, he's trying to invent teleportation, and the way that he does it was he passes matter through the negative zone and out again. So that's how he was going to teleport stuff. But something happens and it backfires and it blows up in their face, and so they get their powers because they've passed into the negative zone and back out again.
Neat.
And Doom is with them, and they don't know where he is. He doesn't show up till the second arc. But he apparently, we don't know, but somebody sabotaged the experiment. So I'm really enjoying that. It's been super good. And I'm also reading Grant Morrison's run on New X-Men.
Oh, how's that?
Oh man, it's really good. Except for Wolverine the art's not my favorite. Like, Cyclops has a really long face, and Wolverine looks, I don't even know how to describe it.
Do you have that with you?
No, he looks like a gnome. It's not great art, but it is really good. It's like Whedon's run on Astonishing. This is Grant Morrison's run on X-Men. And in reading this, I learned where X-Men Legacy comes from. It picks right up after Grant Morrison's New X-Men comes off. Yeah.
Cool.
And the reason I'm reading is because the first appearance of Phantom X is in New X-Men.
Okay.
So.
Well, picking up where you left off. Speaking of which, I picked up the Whedon Astonishing X-Men. It's so good.
You're reading Gifted, right?
Yes, I'm reading Volume 1.
And there are 4 Whedon volumes.
Yeah, and I will be purchasing the next one soon.
And we should specify it's the trade paperback.
Yes.
Because you can also
the hardback collections are in 2 volumes.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. This is trade paperback. It's just it's so good. I don't really know how to. I think everybody realizes that it's
if you've never
incredible.
read it,
Yeah, you should. You absolutely should, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing
Astonishing,
mine.
even.
Yes. I'm doing my
Is
doing my
he a
due diligence.
Gifted writer.
Yeah.
I
hope he-
think you'll find he takes some dangerous turns with the story.
And everything turns sinister.
Also, what do you think of Cassidy? What do you think about his art? I really like it a lot.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
the reinvention of Cat Beast.
Actually, that's Morrison's Beast.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
That was his transformation right before New X-Men. I found that out too reading that trade.
Because the first time that I ever consciously recognized it was being in this Whedon Cassidy run. But that is like my new gold standard for
the
like
Absolutely.
modern X-Men books. It's
Yeah.
brilliant in every way.
I really like I know how Tyler talks a lot about how he loves how Whedon writes Shadowcat in this. I really like how he writes Beast. I
Yeah.
like that he's not a pushover and that he's not just the guy in the lab, that he's in the field. He picks a fight with Logan
Oh yeah.
about halfway through, and he's just really complex and really he's really wonderful. Like that's the thing about Beast, is that at the end of the day you love him. Like
Yeah,
he's
great.
is
He's
just
always
a
one of
big
my
blue
faves.
furball, and he's just a sweetheart.
That like every so often changes into a different type of monster.
Yeah, yeah. So
like it's,
sometimes
it's good.
but and they make very sure that you know that he's a cat, because they make the reference to, like, what am I gonna end up with a ball of yarn on the floor in front of the fireplace?
Right.
Like, so yeah, I really enjoy that. I picked up a couple. I actually read this. This is one of my long time ago sitting on the floor in Barnes and Noble trade
all
paperbacks that I
been there.
read, stealing information.
It's the original form of comic piracy.
Yeah. And this is Avengers Disassembled. A lot of what's going on in the universe in the last maybe 2 or 3 years, especially with some of the bigger events.
Oh, longer than that. At least the last 6
Yeah, probably.
years. Because this is just what, post Civil War.
Right now? Like for
Avengers Disassembled.
No, this is pre-Civil War. This
Okay.
is
This
the
is the
beginning.
lead up to.
Yeah, this is the lead up
Okay.
to House of M.
Okay.
This is even before House of M, and this is where Scarlet Witch really becomes a liability
Yeah.
and a problem.
Where you start understanding why they want to kill her.
Yeah, and she this is where she brings back the Vision, or no, she kills Vision. She brings back Jack Hart, and she brings back Jack Hart only to kill off Scott Lang and who is the Ant-Man at that time.
It's not Pym.
No, he's Yellow Jacket right now.
Is it O'Neill?
Who? Ant-Man? No, it's Scott Lang.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said whoever Ant-Man is right now.
No, no, I don't.
At the time.
At the time, it's Scott Lang. Right now, yeah, I have no idea what his name is.
It's something O'Neill, I
Yeah.
think. He's an asshole.
But yeah, she kills off Ant-Man. She makes Tony seem drunk because at this point he's Secretary of Defense, so he's like in front of Congress, and she makes him wasted, and like there's just all this
Oh,
like
wow.
she is
Awesome.
slowly, losing it, and in so doing, she's fucking everything up, and it's because she can't have her kids. The kids she made, which
Right.
we find out later are Wiccan and Speed,
Right.
are the Young Avengers. It all starts here. I think it's a really good, if you want to get a good idea of what's happening for the Avengers and for the Marvel Universe right now, especially if you're going to pick up Avengers Children's Crusade, this is a great place to start.
Those back issues are so expensive.
Are they really? Yeah.
Number 1 was like $8.
Number 9 comes out soon. I'm so excited. I'm so ready.
Neat.
I need to read those.
Thomas.
I didn't bring them with me, but what my new project is, I've decided that I'm going to become an expert on Swamp Thing. He's my new favorite comic book hero.
Like I will be a
Yeah.
Captain
I
Britain scholar.
guess you call him a hero, right? So I've been slowly purchasing the Alan Moore run of the Saga of Swamp Thing in hardback, and oh my fucking god, it's how he convinced DC to let him do Watchmen in the first place is because he was working on this book starting in '83. The story goes that in '82, when Wes Craven decides he's going to make the Swamp Thing movie, Len Wein goes to the creator of Wolverine and Swamp Thing, goes to DC and says, well, hey, they're going to make this movie. We should probably do another Swamp Thing book. So they get a team together. They do the book for 19 issues. These guys leave the book. And so when Wine's like, well, shit, we got to find new people to write it. He gets tired of looking in America and finds Alan Moore writing in the UK, and it's like his US debut. I don't know if it's officially his US debut, but it's the first time anyone really took note of him in the US as a comic book writer, and it's beautiful.
It was his first work for DC too, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Because his first, I mean, he did Captain Britain before that, but that was for Marvel.
Right, and this is like his first real staple, and in the second volume is when you get to the issue that most people regard as the reason that they ever got into the character in the first place. And it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. The artist team is just phenomenal. I can't recommend it enough. I let Jacob borrow it. It's scary. Like, it is a horror book to the nth degree. That is what it is. And the sort of, I guess, the villains, if you will, that he fights really cool. In the first volume, there's this awesome part where the Justice League is looking down from a space station as, you know, everything terrible that possibly could be happening on Earth is happening. And Superman's like, so what do we do? Did we lose? Because we haven't even gotten to throw a punch yet. And Green Arrow's like, so what? This is it? Like, we finally struck out. Like, we can't win. And the conclusion is like, I hope there's someone who can do something, because this is out of, you know, Earth's greatest hero's hands at this point. Like, we're irrelevant to this conflict.
Here comes Swamp Thing.
And then here comes Swamp Thing, and he
Awesome.
saves the day. And it's and like, he doesn't lift a finger. He doesn't ever fight. But he still manages to just like win everything, and it's still really epic and beautiful. And of course, the writing is gorgeous, and I can't recommend it enough. That, and I recently read Greg Rucka and J.H. Williams III's run on Detective Comics with Batwoman. I read the Batwoman Elegy trade. Woo, real good. If you're into crime fighting lesbians, I would highly recommend it. It's a little gothy for my taste usually, but
it is Bat something. So
but she's a gothy lesbian.
She's a gothy character. Yeah.
She's a militant.
So when are she and Harley Quinn gonna hook up? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Never, because Harley Quinn is straight.
Damn.
She only loves the Joker.
Even now in Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
That sucks.
I guess I don't read it. That book looks stupid, but
Apparently
it's really, really good. J.H. Williams' art is just phenomenal.
He's still on art, isn't he?
No, they at least the last issue they had a different penciler, and it actually was really good. And still,
I think it was just a fill-in artist.
It was more of like an homage style to
Right.
J.H. Williams, but still stuck to this Amy something. I can't remember her last name, but she was great. It was different, but still similar enough to where I stayed in my comfort zone.
Mhm.
But when I think of Batwoman, I think of J.H. Williams' art. Like, it's just really, really good stuff.
Cool.
Anyway, so this has been Probably Comics. Thanks for listening. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at Uncanny Tom. That's THOM.
You can follow me at DT Mills.
You can follow me at LinkZ2.
If you want to follow the show on Twitter, you can follow us at Probably Comics, or you can check us out at Facebook.com/ProbablyComics.
Check us out at probablycomics.com also.
I guess this one's still unofficially brought to you by Kingdom Comics in Vestavia Hills, Alabama. Paperbacks I generally get there, but they've been having trouble getting in hardback Swamp Thing, so I feel bad. I'm sorry, Stan. I bought it off Amazon.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you. Love you, Stan. Love you, Albert. Bye.
Jason.
Roll Tide.
Roscoe.